Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
All right, so this is spoilers for Avengers Infinity War. I did a cast already, but unfortunately, everybody that did the cast with, they didn't see it, so they had to drop out, and I had to talk by myself.
I actually just got back from seeing it a second time, too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I went a little while ago, yeah.
Okay, so let me say what I think about the movie.
Go for it.
You know how I am very critical about stuff. I actually loved this movie completely. Okay, there was some things that were there, but it was like my favorite movie right now of the Marvel movies. I really, really enjoyed it. My favorite. There were some things that we've talked about before that I'm not going to make a big deal of it because of the situation. But Spider-Man, again, like, I don't want to die. I don't want to. Stop! This is dying. I was like, I let it go. I let it go because I'm like, all right. I let it go because I understand the gravity of the situation. Besides him being a teenager, they lost. You know, there was some things I was like, oh, why ain't the Hulk in the movie? And I understood he post-traumatic stress, whatever. Different thing. He was stressed from Thanos being his butt kicked. I don't like Cap's shield. I wish he had his real shield. I understand why Tony Stark altered himself because to be that way where he couldn't die, then if he gets stabbed in the chest or something, like he just his whole body chemistry. I didn't understand why the Accords had to be still for years. They're on the run. That's kind of a downer to me. Ultimately, I loved.
Can I just say one thing about the Accords thing?
Yeah.
I knew that you were gonna say that when I first saw the movie. I was like, Joe's gonna hate that scene. I know it.
It's like, do we need to make politically correct bullshit in a comic book movie? It's like they saved the fucking world how many fucking times, and you want to arrest them? That means that these people are assholes. This government politicians. It's an embarrassment. Why is it still going on? Why didn't Tony Stark change that? I just didn't understand that. Scarlet Witch, and that was great. Their romance and everything. Yeah. But nobody's saving anybody. In the Marvel universe, they're just all in their separate corners. And I'm like, that's not cool.
Licking their wounds, basically. Still,
I don't like that. I don't like this whole thing with the Accords and that whole thing with Civil War. And I'm like, well, whatever. But anyway, I don't know if you saw the last cast. I thought that Doctor Strange tricked Thanos by casting an incantation spell on the Time Stone, and that's why Thanos wasn't quick to put it in the gauntlet. He's like, okay, but you know what? Because he looked at all the different possibilities. There's one.
It makes you wonder if him giving him that stone was the only winning possibility.
I don't think it was just that. I think it was the fact that Tony Stark had to live in order for them to win. Because he's the leader, and it has to be his brains figuring stuff out. So I think that was part of it, too. So I think he cast a spell where the moment the gem is with all the other gems, and he uses the time gem, and then he uses the whole gauntlet itself, that the whole time gem...
let him live.
That the whole time gem is going to scatter time or do something. It's going to be a backup plan for them to live. I had this bit, and that's why when all of a sudden he snapped his fingers, he appeared without the damn glove. And it's like, what the F? I'm telling you right now, he cast a spell on the thing. And Thanos is not going to be able to use the gauntlet, period.
Did you notice how after he snapped it, the glove looked all disheveled and burned out?
Yeah, weird. I think he cast a spell. I mean, there's no way Black Panther's staying dead. There's no way Spider-Man's staying dead. No way any of these people are dead. Everybody's going to be alive at the end of Avengers 4. Not one person's going to... If there is one person that dies, maybe Captain America, but that's it.
Yeah, and that's because they did that after. But there was a thing, I forget who was doing it, but they did like a look into the Infinity War of them. that they think that a lot of those individuals were trapped inside one of the stones in one of the.
I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
This was in the comic book. This was in the comic book.
Well, that's the comic book, the new thing.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, I know.
I personally think you're right. I think Doctor Strange, I don't know if he put a spell on it or anything like that. I'm not going to speculate about that. I think what he saw in the future, and honestly, I think you're right when he said what he saw was Tony Stark having to live. I think he foresaw the Avengers uniting again to defeat Thanos. Because if you notice, with just those people they had on Titan, they almost beat him.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were
Spider-Man.
Star-Lord decided to go ape shit.
So and someone pointed this out very like this was a really good hey, this is what they're trying to say kind of thing. In Civil War, Cap was like, we fight together, and if we lose together, So I think what they're trying to say is that once the Avengers reunite, they're going to beat Thanos. Because let's be honest, even with 4 of the Infinity Stones, had all the Avengers been on that planet, Thanos would have been fucking dead.
Right.
Yeah.
They would have beat the shit out of him. And which is why I keep calling him a moron, if you follow my Facebook, because the guy has the friggin' reality gem.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting his ass handed to him by these people.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, what are you doing?
No, you don't understand why he's doing that. Here's the thing. He has the power gem, but he doesn't use it because he wants to beat the shit out of them. He wants to be in there with them, actually with them, fighting them, because it's an ego thing. It's an ego thing.
I disagree with that.
I don't think so, because
I disagree with that. Because
I think it's an ego thing.
Portray him like that in this movie.
I think he just he wanted the respect of fighting him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, even still though, like when he got really pissed at the end and he threw the moon at them, why did he do that? Why didn't he just use the friggin' reality gem to just wipe them away?
But he's just playing with them, maybe.
But that's idiotic. He almost just lost.
Well, did you see what Tony Stark says? Throw a moon at me and again.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. That moon should have done a lot more damage than it did.
Right.
Which, I mean, come on now. But
Because science, the guy there.
What was idiotic to me too
discussed that before he went to saw the movie.
What was idiotic to me too is that he does this to Drax and Mantis, right? He turns him into stone and the other one into confetti. And then when he leaves, oh no, they're all right. Why? Why don't you just kill them?
He was playing with them.
Yeah.
But that's so stupid.
But he did it in the comics too, though. He played with them.
I know, but this isn't the same Thanos from the comics, though.
I know, but
portray him in a different light. Like he's got this end goal that's not just to.
But he gets the impression that even though he wants to do that he may not be 100%. That's loud.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. He gets the ultimate. It looks like he's not completely 100% believing his own shit. Like he might be wrong, maybe. And the fact that he loves Gamora, and you still killed her. It's like, wow, And she was shocked that he loved her. I mean, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, that Red Skull reveal was pretty cool.
Everybody's
when that shit, I was like, oh shit.
That was great.
I know the people around me when they saw that, they just stood up and they went.
I was fucking so happy with that shit.
Yeah,
that was one to 3 or 4 times.
So happy with that shit, man.
And there's something else I need to ask too, because maybe I'm missing this. I tried to catch it in the second time that I watched it, but I think it may have been a scene that was cut or something.
What?
Or maybe I'm just not getting it all the way.
What?
How the hell did he know Gamora was going to go to nowhere?
Because the gems could tell him where she is.
How?
Because Space Gem.
Yeah, but they don't tell you where people are.
What do you mean? Why can't he be all omnipotent with the
He's not omnipotent at all. If he was omnipotent, he would have known where everything was.
I don't know.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like they were banking on him. Like Gamora knows where the Soul Stone is, which in my opinion is really stupid. I totally hate that whole.
I thought she had the gem for a second, and then
Me
it's like
too. I thought she had it too. But my thing is like, she gets there and she's like, "You knew I'd be here." How? because they found out that he was going there by running into Thor.
Right.
So was Thanos' plan to destroy the ship and then be like, I hope the Guardians find her or find him, and I hope he tells them.
I'm sure I'm sure he keeps tabs on his daughter.
I'm sure he does. He has no idea that he had no idea that Thor would be able to survive that explosion, and he had no idea that they would go to get Thor and run into him.
So you think that's what that like? I want to ask you a question. What do you think the plot holes were with this movie?
I think that's the main one, in my opinion.
Right.
Like, how did because that whole thing leads to him finding the Soul Stone. How did he know that she was going to run into Thor? And how did he know that Thor was going to be able to deduce, oh, he's going to nowhere to get the Reality Stone?
Well, wouldn't it be that it's just a given that if he's going to form the Infinity Gauntlet, his daughter's going to show up and stop him? So he's going to go in the location where he thinks that with the Collector, like as a trap?
If she found out. But what happens if she never... Because there's going to be people that don't know that this is going on.
But another thing, too, didn't they resolve that already? The Collector didn't have it?
Mm-hmm.
So why is he at the Collector's?
He did have it, I guess.
No, but he had it at one point because his Guardians gave it to him, right?
Yeah.
So then
at the end of the Thor: The Dark World, yeah.
But then he didn't have it anymore, and like I don't know. It was just.
Well, they tried to bring the power gem to him. I remember his collection got completely.
They didn't even show him get the first gem. He just got it.
Yeah, that was kind of lame.
They didn't say anything. He got it from the Nova Corps.
4 hours if they probably showed that. So.
Yeah. He just got it.
I don't know. I was watching it and I was like, how does he know? How did he know that?
Well, you know what the funny he said? There's 2 gems on Earth.
Yes.
And there was more than 2, right? Because there was the one gem was Vision, right? What was the other gem?
Stone.
And the time that was it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's what he was talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did I think there was 3?
Well, here's my thing too. How does Thor know that Doctor Strange has the Time Stone?
He talked to him already.
They met
in Ragnarok.
Why would Doctor Strange tell him I've got the Time Stone? Like, really think about that for a second. Like, they met for like 15 minutes or like a half hour because of what Loki said, right?
Right.
Where in that conversation would Doctor Strange be like, oh, by the way, I have the Time Stone. It's right here.
I don't know. I mean, that's true.
And then at the end of the movie, right? Thanos is there. They're trying to fight him. He's using the Power Stone to, like, move them out of the way and stuff. And I'm sitting there just like, why? Just kill them.
He's playing with. Once again,
he doesn't just
playing with them.
He always plays with them. He
does
that in the comics too, though.
But that's not the way this character was portrayed. Because this is my thing. He's obviously going to lose, and then he's going to be like, "Well, I should have killed them."
No, because he has. I guess he has some sort of respect for them too, though. He knew Tony Stark because
I'm sure
he knew that Tony Stark. He knew that Tony Stark foiled his effing plan.
But he was going to kill him before Doctor Strange said anything.
Right, and he also knows that whole Ultron thing. He kind of put his 2 cents in that too. Mm-hmm. Thanos, yeah, he was going to kill Iron Man, but you see how Iron Man's dying and he just touches his head gently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
And then he was going to obliterate him with the rest of the stones before Doctor Strange was like, "Hey, I'll give you this if you let him die," or if you don't kill him. Which, again, it's like.
Didn't Peter Dinklage said that if they promised to do this, he wouldn't kill anybody, and he killed the whole fucking tribe thing.
Yes.
So isn't that weird? Because didn't they say the whole thing? He's a man of his word, but how could he be a man of his word if he killed everybody?
This is what I'm trying to say. It's like he's willing to kill some people.
Yeah.
But then everybody else, I'm just toying with them. Well, then
unless they're doing a thing where his group just killed everybody and he didn't know about it, like Negan's group did, I don't know.
I mean, he killed all the Asgardians, so it's like.
Which isn't that kind of like a slap in the damn face for the guy that does Ragnarok. Like, he gets them all out of there.
Well, they're going to come back. I mean,
they're all probably going to come back. I'm sure.
And that's another thing too. Like this isn't a problem with this movie, but like I see everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, they're all dead," and I'm like, "Have you seen a comic book movie?"
Yeah, they're all going to come back. But the thing is, as long as they come back in a way where it's not totally a reset button.
Yeah.
But like, you know, they died and they know they died, but with the gems and everything, they come back to life.
Yeah, I'm glad this movie is like moving people. I think it resonates very well. It's just when I'm sitting there and I see these people like vanishing, I'm just like,
to me,
see you in Avengers 4. Like,
to me, this was like an Empire Strikes Back moment.
Yes, yeah.
But only worse because they
yeah.
really lost. Like, I mean, like, they're done. Like, he's not even going to go after him. He killed half the universe.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh shit. So, I think Doctor Strange definitely cast a spell.
He probably could have. I think he knows what's going to happen. I think he saw the.
He cast some type of spell. He definitely,
because it doesn't make a lot of sense for him all of a sudden to just be like, "Oh, here's the stone." After he told Stark, like, "Yeah, I'll let you and the kid die."
But he didn't do that though, right?
I think that he saw what, like you guys are saying. I think he foresaw that Stark had to
gave him the stone. That was their only winning chance, and then that way they can come back. And
he messed with the stone.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta tell you, Thanos is probably not gonna be able to use the gauntlet anymore.
And you know what? On that point too, right? I saw this the second time I watched the movie. If you look at the stones after he snapped his fingers and whatnot, it looks like they're all messed up.
Yeah, I noticed.
I noticed one of them look like effed up, because maybe he's using too much energy.
So you know what they might say in the next movie?
He's using too much. Like he
used too much power, and they don't have their full power anymore.
Maybe.
And then that's how they're going to be.
Strange did. He set it so not only
they overloaded.
Set it up to where that time gem forced too much power.
Maybe he set it so they overloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. The whole gem exploded. I mean, the whole gauntlet.
That's the one thing I noticed about the gauntlet is that it just looked as though it was burned all to hell.
Yeah.
It might be too that maybe in the next movie he tries to use it on like a massive scale, like maybe not like universal, but when he's fighting them, it's to like maybe one of two things. Maybe the gauntlet just completely fails, and now he has nothing. Like he gets hit with all of the Infinity Gems power.
Well, there's two. First of all, if you notice, there's two gauntlets.
Yes.
He could always go get the other gauntlet.
He could, yeah. But you know what would be interesting is if he overloaded it so much that he can't use all of them at once anymore, and that's why he can only use one at a time. Maybe in the next movie.
Well, it did look like the gauntlet was totally effed.
It was messed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. I just want the Hulk to really be in it.
What I thought was funny is at the end with that ending credit scene. Somebody asked, "What is that?"
Captain Marvel.
I said that's Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
and I don't mean the DC Captain Marvel.
They're gonna have to explain where the hell she was during everything else.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm annoyed with. I'm the one thing I'm annoyed with is why isn't Hawkeye there?
He was on house arrest.
But that's ridiulthis. Like
it really is kind of stupid.
Everybody's in it, but an Ant-Man and that's another thing. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
This movie's gonna.
We just couldn't see him because they were too small.
No, that movie's gonna be a downer. That movie. I mean, it's after Infinity War. It's like how you go from this.
You know what's gonna happen is that at the end of that movie, people are gonna start disappearing.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna be.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to resolve the story of the movie.
Or just slightly before it.
I think they're going to resolve the story of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then there's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be an after credits.
They're going to save the original Wasp, and then she's going to phase out.
Yeah.
Or something's going to happen where, like...
Michael Douglas is going to go kiss her, and Michael Douglas is going to go kiss her, and she's going to fade out.
Yeah, that could be it. You know what would be interesting? Is if like they're looking in like the ant tank and all of a sudden like the ants start disappearing.
Yes.
And then probably because he said it was half the universe. He didn't say it was like certain things.
No, everything.
Half the fucking universe.
Everything.
Yeah.
bees, everything. Every form of life, period. Everything. Man, that's going to be... I got to tell you, when are we going to get a trailer to that? Not for a while, probably.
What, 4?
Until next year, at least.
Well,
Or
they said it's not going to be anywhere near Comic-Con, so...
Yeah, they're probably going to wait till, if not Christmas, then the New Year.
It's probably going to be Christmas. Or Super Bowl. No, before Super Bowl. Before Super Bowl.
That's February, so I mean...
Yeah, no, before Super Bowl, yeah.
Then Thanksgiving.
We're going to have to see a trailer of Captain Marvel in the fall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. D23, I think we're going to see something for that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow. So I think we're all agree that Doctor Strange screwed with the time gem. Or the whole gauntlet itself.
Time basically screwed with the time
gem. The time gem infected all the gems, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe he cast a spell with the time gem to wither the time of the other gems.
There you go. So the time gem was
accelerated time of the other gems to be destroyed. That would be amazing.
Yeah, probably set it up to where the time gem pretty much leached the power from them at certain particular times. And
did you notice that the suit went right to Iron Man?
Yeah,
the cape.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably because of the thing in the comics they did, that he's going to be a future Sorcerer Supreme, which I really don't hope they don't do that. But that's Brian Michael Bendis.
Though, like, to me, other than Thanos, I thought Doctor Strange, Thor, and Spider-Man were the best characters in this movie.
Well, Thor and Iron Man and Doctor Strange. Spider-Man, yeah, Spider-Man was good.
I thought he was much better in this than he was in Homecoming.
I didn't think they did Captain America justice.
No, they didn't. I was very disappointed with how he
was. I really didn't think because it was, I was like, Civil War was all Captain America.
Character.
Yeah, Civil War was like all Captain America, and now it's Iron Man time now. It was like, oh, shit.
And I'm going to be honest, too. I felt like Wakanda was just there because they had to get it in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just Wakanda, we have to put it in there somehow.
But it's so messed up. It's like you've seen these movies and everybody got obliterated. It's like, wow. And then the way it ended, it just ended. I'm like, what?
There was a lot of people in my theater that got pissed.
Yeah.
They were like, what the fuck? Like, not like, oh, it's a cliffhanger. They're like, oh, come on now. Like, it wasn't.
That's what happened to, it was like a gal, like 2 rows up from me. When they showed that ending scene with Thanos, she goes, what the hell?
Yeah. I love this scene with Thor, where he stabs him with the damn hammer.
Oh, yeah. That was cool.
And then Thanos is like, you should have went for the head. And he's like, his facial expression.
Yeah.
Was like pure fear. Like, I effed up. Like, and then Captain America, he's like, what did he say wouldn't happen when they lost? And like, it was like the total defeat.
He sat down, he said, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Bucky faded out. I was like.
It was cool too. And I wasn't expecting this. The Stormbreaker was like cutting through all the gems' energy.
Yeah.
And then it hit Thanos.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's a powerful weapon.
That was Beta Ray Bill's weapon, though.
Was it? Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not anymore.
Beta Ray Bill.
Right. That's right, yeah.
Groot making the hilt was kind of cool, too. I liked that.
What's that?
Groot making the hilt.
Yeah.
I like, yes. And I like, that he's like, I am Groot. He's like, I am Steve Rogers.
That was good. That was good.
That's hysterical.
Did you notice who the large
armor was awesome
troll or elf was?
What's that, Scott?
Did you notice who the large elf or troll was?
Yes. How great was that? How funny was that?
I thought, oh, that is just awesome.
Yes, the Iron Man armor was absolutely amazing. I agree.
No, not the armor. I'm talking.
No. I just was answering Chris.
Yeah, okay,
Chris was saying, yeah. No, the troll. Yeah, Peter Dinklage. Yeah, that he was the biggest thing there is when he's the smallest guy.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny. That was classy.
You know what else was? Oh, what was I gonna say? They didn't show. I'm assuming this is gonna be a deleted scene because they showed it in the trailer, but they never showed Banner getting the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah, in fact, in the trailer, he ran with them as the Hulk, but he didn't really run with them as a Hulk. He ran with them in Hulkbuster armor, like Banner. A lot of scenes were altered. In fact, I thought in the trailer, like, Gamora's talking to freaking Tony Stark, and it changed it.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? You know.
But there's also that scene. There's that scene of Bruce Banner in Wakanda, and you see the Hulkbuster's arm next to him. So I'm assuming that they cut maybe a scene with him and Shuri, you know, working on it, because it was different from the one in Age of Ultron.
Right.
But I'm assuming Stark must have upgraded, or maybe they upgraded it there. I don't know. I wish they would, because it was kind of jarring. Like, all of a sudden, he was, like, in the Hulkbuster, and it was like, wait, when?
Okay, exactly.
When did he get that? Like,
yeah, they must have had it ready for him, because if Tony Stark's not there, how the hell is he going to get that?
I guess weird. It was in space still, like it was in Age of Ultron.
Maybe.
Or wherever it was. But, like, I don't know. I was like, how did he get that?
Nick Fury, why wasn't he where the action was? That was so weird, but, you know, that was interesting at the end, the after credits scene. I was pissed though that Hawkeye wasn't in. I'm sorry.
I like, too, how Nebula is one of the only people that survived.
There's a few, though. There's very few.
Rocket's the last Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Right, they're all dead, right?
They're all dead except for Rocket.
For Rocket, right?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
I loved when Rocket was picked up by the nape of his neck, and he started spinning around.
What did he do with Bucky? Yeah, Bucky was that was great. That was great. Yeah.
And he talks about how he got the eye for Thor.
That was hysterical that he gave him the eye.
What? Why is it brown, or why is it Bucky?
Yeah.
You know what was interesting too? They did that meme that everybody was saying about Winter Soldier's arm.
Yeah.
How they knew, they're like, Rocket's gonna ask for his arm.
Yep.
Yeah, and he didn't say no though.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll get your money for it. He's like, didn't answer him. But you know what? They also did the other meme where, like, you know how, like, Drax in the meme was saying, like, oh, he's dating your daughter, whatever, like Thanos. Like, Thanos is like, I like him. Like, he didn't go to kill him because he knew that Gamora that was her boyfriend. And I thought that was hysterical.
It was funny because when he showed up, he was like, the boyfriend. And I was like, wait, what?
That was great. That was great. And then he actually went to shoot her, and it was all bubbles.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was going to, wow.
You know what was interesting, too? Going back to that, after Thanos snapped his fingers and did the whole thing. You notice when he saw Gamora as a child, the whole thing was orange.
Yes.
I'm thinking for some reason that was them inside the Soul Stone.
That's what somebody was talking about as well.
Because maybe the sacrifice's soul gets kept in the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
So she's
I wonder
still
if that's
alive?
where they're going with this.
That they're all in the Soul Stone?
No, but it was only Gamora because he sacrificed Gamora to get the Soul Stone. So I'm wondering, is she in the Soul Stone because she was the sacrifice to get it?
She probably got to be.
Because remember,
that's what I'm thinking. It's either something like that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like the Vision is still in the Mind Stone or something like that.
Yeah. The Vision's still around. I got to tell you, though, that was great seeing, because, I'm a fan of the Scarlet Witch and the Vision as a couple. And not a lot of people realize it, but, like, the daughter of Magneto is pretty damn powerful.
Hell yeah.
I mean, and you could argue, right, that her power levels could be on par with the Phoenix, because in a way, look what she did in the comics. She made a whole damn universe, right? And she even took all the mutants' powers away, period. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's like, she's amazing. You imagine if the Scarlet Witch, like that powerhouse, went against the Phoenix?
Yeah.
What that would be? That would have been another, like, amazing thing to see. But
what's interesting about her, too, is that her energy is red. I wonder if it has something to do with the Reality Stone. Because I know they got their powers from the Mind Stone, her and Quicksilver. But I wonder if there's some sort of connection there, that hers is red and the Reality Stone is
I remember,
red.
You know what the funny thing was? In the comics, like, they always thought she had magic. And then finally, after decades, Doctor Strange is like, she don't have magic.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? No, that's not magic. And it was like, oh my God, you know, and it was like the biggest thing in the comics is when they were married and she had kids, like she used her powers to be pregnant, like with Vision, and it was kind of like you had to take souls from something else. I guess she took souls from one of the demons or whatever, and then when she had to give the souls back, she snapped. When she lost her kids, she went nervous breakdown. She killed Avengers. It was like crazy. Like, man. Wow. So
you know, it was funny too. Obsidian Maw, like when he was like using all this stuff, like he was levitating things and throwing stuff. I leaned over to my friend Matt and I was like, "This guy's got the Force."
Right.
And then I was thinking, like, this is what people wanted Snoke to be like.
Right. Yeah. They call him Squidward.
That was
funny. That's what I loved.
And then the fact that they mentioned aliens. Like Alien. And I'm like, these mother effers are getting Alien, though. That's like an Easter egg, too, that Disney House of Mouse is getting the Alien franchise. That nobody really hardly knows and not paying attention. It's like, oh, my God.
Somewhere to where the scratches on Thanos' face was from Wolverine's claws.
Oh, hold on. Guys, I have to go. All right, we have to go here. Take care. Bye for now.